Email marketing has the highest ROI, return on investment, of any marketing method, according to the surveys of marketing managers and thought leaders. You might be wondering, how can this be? The reason has to do with the investment, not the return. Email marketing is cheap and effective. Today, I want to take a broad look at email marketing on Small Business Daily. Consumers consistently say that they prefer to be sold by email compared to any other way. Yes, consumers, maybe even you, complain about your clogged email box, but the truth is we like getting the content that we like. So what does that tell you? That means that you need to create emails. You need to send emails to your clients and prospects that they will like. If your content bores the recipient 3 times in a row, they'll stop opening. If your content is consistently valuable, fun, interesting, actionable, they'll look forward to the next one. You need to send out the email consistently too. If it's once a month or once a week, whatever the plan is, stick to it. Emails are much like refrigerator magnets. They keep you top of mind. The customer may not need you today, but it reminds them about you. Maybe their neighbor needs somebody who does what you do. Your customer will remember to recommend you by virtue of you being top of mind. Make sure your headline clearly answers or responds to your subject line. Readers in a hurry, they open your email because they like the subject line. It grabbed them. If they open the email and then they can't find the promised content quickly, they're likely to trash the email and move on. If your email list is made up of fans who are equipment junkies, you will want to provide product reviews, deals, and industry gossip. If your email list is something like home buyers, for instance, from a realtor or mortgage loan officer, then you may want to feature local suppliers you trust, such as remodelers and landscapers and such. You might also give local real estate news about home prices, or other local news about upcoming events could also be good. You might even want to do restaurant reviews. In that case, industry news, financial information, fun human interest stories about your staff or other well-known personalities in the industry might be appreciated. Of course, you would also show new products, deals, and other special information about your own company. The trend of late is for emails to be one subject in order to get the customer to take a quick look, then off they go if it isn't for them. This works okay if you have a product or service sale that can be done with a simple ad. Some consumers of clothing, jewelry, and sports products might like a single subject really well. If your content is really compelling to a broad sector of your audience, then a single subject is probably okay. However, what I've found is that a newspaper approach is better for keeping readers coming back for more. When I was a kid, I don't know about you, back when there were newspapers, I would be the first one out the door in the morning to grab the paper and bring it inside because I wanted to choose my section. I wanted the sports section. I knew my brother wanted the comics. I knew my dad wanted the news, and I knew my mom wanted the home section. So each of us had the thing that we were most interested to see first. Well, you can use that same approach to sending out emails. You might want to have 2 to 3 different subject matters, maybe even 4 different subject matters covered in your email. You could have something newsworthy about your industry or about the neighborhood or about somebody on your staff or about some client or customer. I've had clients who have used the best cat video of the month. I had a lawyer who used the dumb criminal of the month in his email blasts. You might want to use a big deal. Maybe you've got a big sale as one of the pieces of content that you use. You might have a new product announcement or a product review. Other content might include a product review of some new product that's just come in, or maybe an updated review of something you've had for a very long time. I also like to include some stock links. If you have YouTube content up, give a link to your YouTube content. If you've got a Facebook where you've just put up new content on Facebook, then give a link to that. The cool thing about these links is that for every link you put up, you're going to get some analytics that you can go take a look at. Who clicked on that link? How many people total as a percentage clicked on the link? But getting into the detail where you're seeing the specific client or prospect that clicked on that link might give you a reason to pick up the phone and call. So all of those links are helping you to make those kinds of opportunities available. Other possible opportunities for links would include white papers or PDFs, a cross-promotional coupon, or a coupon for one of your products. It could also be a blog post. There's so many different ways that you can set up stock links at the bottom or to the side of your page, which are going to give you information about those who have visited that particular email blast. Another thing you want to do is make your main call to action really clear. Once again, you're going to have a link of some kind related to this call to action, but you have one main thing that you want somebody to do in your mind when you create each email blast. Make sure that that is a focal point on your email blast somewhere near the top, so that when they click on that, you're going to learn whether or not you've been successful in getting that individual to do what it was you hoped that they would do. One of the most difficult parts of email blasting is coming up with a subject line. The subject line is going to be the main determinant as to whether people open up that email, that particular email, or not. You're going to want to shoot for a minimum of 17% opening your emails. That is the national average. If you have less than 17% opening it, it's either because they're bored of your general content, or it's because that particular email subject line just didn't get their attention. My emails typically have 23, 24, 25% opening, sometimes even higher than that, because I've been doing it for a very long time. So don't get discouraged if your numbers are lower than that. Just keep working on better ways to do subject lines. Subject lines that talk about local news are really, really good if you're a local business owner. Even saying, I happen to be in Riverside, so sometimes I'll put Riverside business news as the first 3 words in my subject line. That gets very high opening results. What is my Riverside business news? Well, maybe I'll have an article inside about something going on in Riverside about business. Then maybe below that, I'll have specific content about what action it is that I want the person to take. Or possibly I'll do a 2-column email where on one side is the Riverside business news and to the right is the specific action I'm looking for somebody to take. But that's just one example. Don't use words like special or free or discount in your subject line. Those are the kinds of words that Gmail and other email companies see as spammy, and sometimes they will block some of those from even getting to your client in the first place. So try to use generally more interesting words that are not sounding like you're trying to sell something. You can talk about some potentially really good things to say are new. A great word to use is new, and then to point to a product or a service that you've just come out with or that you've recently changed that you think that your client base or your prospect base would be particularly interested to learn about. This is a really good way to get people to open. If there is a local event going on and you think your prospects would be interested in that local event, that's a good thing to put in your subject line. If you do have an ongoing fun thing like best cat picture of the month or dumbest criminal of the month, that would be something you could add to your subject line after your main subject. So you could say Riverside business news dash also best cat video of the month. Now you're appealing to both sides of the brain with regard to the individuals who might be seeing your email. Work on your subject lines. Go and search both YouTube and Google for how to write great subject lines on emails, or just put great email subject lines. And there are so many people who have written so many articles, and some of those will be very much like your style as opposed to the few that I might give you in a short video like this. So email blasting is a great way to keep you top of mind. It's a great way to get people back to you that may have left you. It's a great way to get people to refer you. If your product or service line comes up in conversation, email blasting, again, has the highest ROI of any marketing approach that you can use. So if this content was useful, could you press like? Maybe you'd like to subscribe. Maybe you'd like to push notify so you can hear about what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Until then, this is Randy Kirk, looking forward to seeing you next time.